Welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But keep in mind it's a general reading, so see what signs, symbols, messages, and energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help to bring you some clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the I Don't Care Oracle. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the opening, foundational energy and message to be helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. Oh, this message is like, it keeps coming out for you guys. It's telling you you need to take care of yourself. So give yourself some personal space, whether this is a chillaxing form of meditation or reading a good book, taking a bath, or that you need to do something a little more active and exciting, whatever it is for you, it's something that's going to fill up your plate. If you've been running on empty, trying to give from an empty plate, even when we have time off, sometimes we have so much to do that you forget that you need some time off. So this is giving yourself permission to perhaps do nothing, to just relax, to do something that's fun for you. Give yourself a pocket of personal space where you take care of yourself. Maybe even give yourself a reward, a treat, a gift. I feel like this is going to feel like a gift. Speaking of a gift, I guess this is a good segue. I'd like to offer you guys something special. So sort of like, kind of like a little contest or a gift for me to give back. I'm going to actually have my sister choose one person to get a personal reading. It'll be at random, but if you're interested in that, I'm going to I'll send a private link to you and leave it up for a week. But any of the videos that you see now or coming up, all you have to do is give it a like and maybe put your favorite emoji in the description and maybe an inspirational word. And that will, I'll put you in the mix and then we will choose somebody at random and I'll let you know through the community page who won. I hope that you guys are interested in that. I keep feeling like I want to give something a little special back and I know I don't do personal readings. So I thought that was a nice idea and I hope you like it. If you're interested, just give it a thumbs up, put your favorite emoji down there and it doesn't matter what video it is. I think I get all of the all of your messages and everything in one place. So if you're interested, I hope that you guys find that something a little bit different, but let's get, and you like it. I know this is new for me, so we'll see how it goes. Every once in a while we have to try something new and I felt like I should give back. So let's get another message from the same deck. Take care of yourself. What is another message to be helpful for the collective right now, please? And thank you. Oh, I kind of like this. It says, don't care if you don't like me. So if you're so worried about what others think of you, it's not our business. Some people like us, some people don't get us. There's people that you will connect to beautifully and sometimes you just don't connect to a person. So if you're overwhelmed or feeling insecure about what others are thinking of what you're doing, how you're expressing yourself, what your new project is, about your relationship that you're in, just bring that energy back to you. As long as you're standing in your truth, you're standing tall, don't worry about what others think. Others can think whatever they want. It's kind of interesting. I just thought of a really interesting memory. One time I was running with my little Pomeranian in Central Park and I used to take this little tiny soccer ball because she loved to play with the ball. And I ran in the park, but not very fast. Kind of like trotted. So I used to try to get us our exercise. And my dog was really happy as long as I kicked the ball. She would run to the ball, get to the ball, wait for me to catch up. And we had that really long extension leash. And I remember one time I went by this woman, and she gave a snarky comment on something about, why would you run with a little dog? And I remember it really upset me. I was like, what the heck is that? What is her opinion about? It's like, we do this every day. You know, like little dogs need exercise too. It's not like I'm running fast. Like, she had this big opinion that she just threw out of nowhere on what I would like, how I'm exercising with my dog. And it really upset me. Speaking of that, my current dog is barking. I hope that's not too loud for you. And I remember I was bothered about that for days. And I just had to bring that energy back to myself and be like, no, this is our ritual. This is what we do all the time. My dog gets so excited when we get to go out. I know she's enjoying it. I know that I do the right thing by bringing water with us if she needs to drink. We take breaks when we need to. And the exercise and, you know, doing something with our bodies is good for both of us. And it made both of us happy. So who was this woman to give her big old opinion when she doesn't know anything about us? So that's kind of a weird thing for me to remember. But maybe that's important. You know why you do something, or what, you know, what's good for you. Or maybe you're doing something with your kids, with your dog, with your honey, with your family, with your friends. And if somebody else has an opinion that's only reflecting whatever they're going through, maybe this woman never ever ran, you know, or I don't know, expected a little dog to be in a purse all the time. I don't know, but to allow that to bother you just kind of murks up your own energy. But sometimes it is comments from outside that allow us to think or get back our strength to say, whatever. And you just kind of have to eventually brush it off. You can't change others' opinions. You can't change anyone else. You can change yourself. You know, sometimes if it is something somebody says and that gives you some reflection on, maybe you should change something, then maybe that's something that's said to help you reflect. But if it's something that you still feel like you're standing firm and tall with, and you believe in what you're doing and how you're expressing yourself and yourself, let everyone else think whatever they want. You know, you're going to always connect with the right vibrations and the right people. And if somebody had maybe a deeper conversation with you and got to really know where you're coming from, then maybe they'd have a bigger understanding instead of judging a book by its cover. But this is also you not judging a book by its cover. You might not understand why somebody is doing something, what their intentions are, where they're coming from, or what their goal is. So try to always see that beautiful reflection in others. Try to have that understanding that maybe you don't know, even if a person had a weird, snarky comment, maybe they had a really bad day. You know, they had a fight with their honey that day and they were late to work and they didn't get the job they were looking for. You never really know where someone's coming from. So it's not like giving back that same kind of energy. It's just kind of letting that energy come and just let it bounce off of you. Just kind of let it bounce off of you and go down and keep your own strength. That was a really interesting message to come through with that card. But I'm sort of glad that example came through. I haven't thought about that in a long time. But I learned a lesson from that. So let's get one more. Kind of like these messages. One more from this deck. What else would be helpful for the collective to know, please, and thank you. It's not the end, it's only the beginning. Oh, I like this. You know, it's not when you have an ending is always a new beginning. Any chapter that ends allows a new start. Whenever I get that kind of energy, I always think of Into the Woods by Sondheim, where, you know, you get to the end of and they lived happily ever after. Cinderella got her prince, and, you know, Jack made it down from the beanstalk, and all that. And then, you know, Rapunzel got her prince, and then like everything goes crazy in the second half, and yet ends up working out at the end. So it's not how you expect. So it's not the ending anyone expected, but yet it was the best for everyone. So sometimes, you know, things don't end in the happily ever after, But what about the next part? It's like looking to the next goal, not just like having something be open-ended. So if there is any kind of ending that came through, it's offering you a new beginning, a new start, a new chance. Let's see what's at the bottom. It's okay to doubt. Delete, yes or no? So maybe you're thinking about something you wanted to send. You're having you're second guessing yourself, weighing the pros and the cons in the situation. This could also be someone else. And it's okay. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to have more information come in that allows you to think about something a different way. Even sometimes when we write something out, let's just say this is never meant to be sent, but you're just kind of like a journal, writing out your thoughts, your feelings on a certain subject or what you're thinking about, contemplating, and you just allow yourself to free write, to really work through emotions or subconscious or stuff you didn't even know was in there. And then when you read it back, sometimes you reflect on it and you're like, oh man, that was deep, or I don't even know why I was thinking about it like that. And you can change your mind. You can look at something that you went through, even if it's a past experience, and see it in a different reflection. It's always okay to have some flexibility with where you're going. If you did anything and it's about, sticking to your plan because that's what the itinerary says, but then something came through, information came through, your feelings changed, then why are you going to stick with something you're not really wholeheartedly into anymore? So if you need to delete something, even if you need to take some extra time to think about something that you're, giving an answer on, allow yourself that space to take care of yourself, to feel like you're not running on empty, to feel like you are full and sure when you decide to do something. Everybody has doubts. Everybody has questions themselves on why do they do that, or what they should do about this. And sometimes we make the right decision and sometimes we don't. But either way, we grow and we learn. So let's do another card. Let's do something different though. I grabbed this kind of on autopilot. So let's do a soul's truth message and get a little clarity on the energy going on right now. What's another message for the collective, please and thank you? One more message on taking care of yourself, not worrying about if other people like you. Maybe you even have some good advice if somebody else around you is really worried about what other people think. You hear a pep talk. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. You're just getting started. Am I on the right path? Oh, that's really nice. That really goes with the other ones. That's that questioning energy. It's okay to doubt. Are you on the right path? What's going to be in this new territory you don't know about? Is it the right thing to end something? Do you want to continue? There are many paths to the same destination, or to where you're supposed to be, or to your destiny. Sometimes we I love that I grabbed this. Sometimes this is a big message coming through. We second guess what we're doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not real. If there is something that your soul is supposed to express or become, there are so many different expressions of that same energy, of that same lesson. You can learn that lesson through many different means. If your soul's lesson is to be a teacher, think of how many different things you can teach, and you're still doing that energy of teaching, depending on maybe what your interests are throughout your life, or what you went to school for, or who you met in your life that changed what you wanted to study, or who could have been your student. There are so many different expressions of the same energy. You know, even if it's different relationships that you have, you could be learning the same basic lesson with those different relationships. Unless you've learned the lesson, then you get to learn a new one in a different place or with a different person. Today, search for all the ways you're aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. This is your newfound trust. Fuel the next steps. That's nice. So what do you do in your life where you feel like you are in alignment, not where you're out of sorts or out of sync or out of tune or all that? It's where you feel right, where you almost don't even need to question it. What are those parts about yourself or those things that you want to pursue or those people in your life, things where you don't have those big questions? You just kind of have an inner knowing where you feel great gratitude. Just start there and put more energy into those places, people, things, and ideas. So I kind of thought when I started this, it might be a love reading, but I'm getting that this is more of a reading about you. It could still be about love, but I'm getting that it might be different for all of you. So I have this deck of cards. The pictures are so beautiful. It's spirit animals. I really like, I've always connected to animals. So let's get a couple of spirit animals. It's just on these cards, they don't have any of the oracle messages. And then there's like a really simple book that has the oracle messages. So I hear 3. So maybe we need to pull 3 different spirit animals. Maybe you connect all of them. Maybe there's 1 or 2 that you connect to. So let's just pull 3 for you guys today and get some advice from, it's not just the animal. I think it's animals and birds and insects, maybe even fish kingdom for you guys. 3 animal messages for the collective today, please and thank you. Ooh, we have the hyena. Look at those ears. Aren't they like, isn't a hyena like laughing? So maybe you're worried if somebody's laughing at you, but maybe you need to tap into the energy of laughter. Lighten up, laugh something off. Laughter is so healing. I don't even know if that's the message of that animal. It's also number 42, so that does bring you to a 6, which is balance. Also, with those ears, maybe you really need to hear someone, or someone really needs to hear you. It's about listening. Let's get another one for you guys. A hedgehog. Oh my god, it's so cute. 38. Look at this little hedgehog. Isn't like Sonic a hedgehog? I just feel like, I just think of how they roll in a little ball. Makes me think like the ball might be rolling. You're getting a roll with something, like, you know, you're rolling something. It's starting to move faster, but it also makes me think of a protective energy. But it kind of reminds me of this a little bit, because if you're, you know, in your own little like pocket, your own little personal comfortable ball, maybe it's your own little personal space too. I kind of feel like the hyena does go with this one. So let's get one more animal message and see what they're all about. Hyena, hedgehog, maybe the letter H is important. And a goose. Instead of like, I'm gonna say like duck, duck, goose. Maybe you're picked for something. It's a really, these pictures are really beautiful. 34, so we have a 34, 38, and a 42. The goose. Maybe it's finding your flock or taking the leadership role on something. The formation of something. Let's get a quick message I don't always like to read from the book, but I feel like it's important for us to get the basic understanding of what these animals are about. So 34, the goose is, yeah, it's persevering through challenges. Their V formation, flight, exemplifies collective effort, stressing the power of unity. Geese undertake long migrations with resilience, teaching us perseverance in the face of challenges. Their navigational instincts to remind human to trust their intuition. So you might have to use your instinct on how to get out of a situation that you are going back and forth on, or trust the forward movement you're taking on the path that you are in right now or going towards, whether that's in transition time between an ending and a new beginning, or you're in the middle of that chapter. Trust your intuition and your instinct to be able to be flexible as you move along that map. You know, as new information comes in and you learn new things about yourself or somebody else or a situation. The hedgehog is establish healthy boundaries. Oh, yeah, that's cool with that little ball. So, you know, if you have this, a lot of opinions outside of yourself on what you should be doing, how you should be acting, how you should be pursuing something. This is taking your power back and speaking up if something's not working for you. People can't read your mind, even though you can energetically connect to people. Sometimes people need to hear it. So it symbolizes the importance of establishing healthy boundaries in our lives. The hedgehog medicine calls us to find our inner strength, akin to the hedgehog's spines. It teaches us to embrace these qualities as we navigate the myriad of challenges that life presents. So it does look like you have maybe a challenging situation you are leaving, possibly going into, but you have the right instinct, the right mindset, the right intuition, and the right form of expression that if you need to speak up, that you can. Stay firm on, you know, something you believe in. 42 is the hyena. Be strong in adversity. Well, people don't understand you. Stay strong to you. Be true to you. It symbolizes community and survival communication. The hyena imparts us with wisdom to foster strong social bonds by channeling this resilient animal. We can adapt to diverse situations and heed over one's instincts. Only then can we navigate the intricacies of life's ever-changing landscapes. So it is telling you in all of these messages that you need to trust your instincts as you move with something. Trust your truth in your heart, that you can maneuver and be flexible as changes, challenges, and opportunities come into your life. Because even a great opportunity that you have, if it's new, that can still be a challenge. These cards are really cool. All right, so now I feel like we should maybe, since I mentioned love, let's pull one love card in case you are wondering about the love department. Let's just get an overall energy, but this might also be, you know, you loving yourself, loving what you're doing. It might have to do with a friendship or somebody close to you. Just see how it resonates for you. But let's get you one message of love to help you out. What's up, Rose? Oh, before I pull it, I think Rose may have caught herself. I will be right back. I paused that on 2402. All right, so let's get one message. This is the Sweet Love Tea Oracle. What is one message of love, matters of the heart, relationships to help the collective right now, please and thank you. Wish, oh, that's pretty good. Well, now I'm glad I pulled this. So you have a wish that's granted. So if you're wondering if you're on the right path, it looks like this path that you're going on or that you're in right now is going to bring you a wish come true, something you've been desiring, wishing for, praying for. Maybe this is a small gift. Maybe this is just something small. I'm also getting with this energy, it might also be something that is a goal that you've had that you give yourself, that you're really proud of, that you worked hard for, or you worked towards. But it could also be that somebody's been meaning to give you something for a while. It doesn't even have to be a physical gift. It might be a good conversation, clarity that you've been looking for, maybe even time and attention. It's something valuable to you and special to you. It's magic, effort, and results. So it's almost like the cornucopia. Something is finally growing, finally coming through. A door is opening up. An opportunity is in abundance for you. It becomes, oh, that's so cool. I said something like before with this card about a happily ever after, the fairy tale. I think there's a Milky chants song called Fairytale, I think. I will find it and put it below. I don't know the words, maybe something in those words. It becomes a fairy tale when you make it real. Well, if there's any going back and forth or teetering that you've had or someone else has had, maybe it's about due time that something comes into reality. Because if it's all in fantasy land, if it's all in the head, and you never get to ground it into reality, it's just a nice story. It's not being on that chapter you're living in. So it looks like something that you've been desiring is suddenly going to be a real life experience. As long as you remember that life isn't really a fairy tale, it's real. Sometimes those experiences are, oh, so beautiful. And sometimes it's just tiny little things, moments that you have that are beautiful. Sometimes it's rough. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a very good story. It becomes a fairy tale when you make it real. So this might be a message for you to try to put something into reality so you can live it and not just think about it or contemplate about it anymore. Let's get one more. I like this. I like that message. Let's get one more message on love. Ooh. Here's another message on wish granted for the collective right now. Please and thank you. Ooh, love's wings. This girl with beautiful angel wings is playing the piano. Maybe you play the piano. Maybe somebody's writing you a song or you connect to music. This is also having how beautiful it is. Letting bygones be bygones, maybe coming to a truce, maybe allowing differences to be what makes something so beautiful. You know, if everything was the same note all the time and you didn't have that beautiful harmony, or even sometimes a little discord, you know, a little friction that creates that lift, like a modulation. I don't know why I see a modulation with music. Put aside differences and soar to the next level. You do have this. I like how these are all balancing out. Maybe I should pull one more card on all of these. I feel like these two go together. Also, these two go together. Put aside the differences. You know, sometimes you and someone else can come to an agreement, come to a truce, and sometimes people don't. But it's, look at your beautiful energy, and you have the capacity to really connect with others that will vibrate in harmony with you. Divine devotion and ascending. It's soaring to the next level. So maybe there's a really important conversation that comes through. Let's get one more since we did 3 from each, except for that soul's truth. But I feel like that was a nice blend. One more message, please, and thank you for the collective. Wish granted, love's wings, and mend souls. This is really nice. You have a lot of new energy coming in. So maybe you have a healing energy between a partnership you're thinking about, but this could also be a new partnership or a new person or a new chance with anybody in your life or just by yourself to mend anything that had happened in the past. To get to be in a new chapter, do something a different way, have new experiences. Love with purpose heals with compassion. Empathy, forgive, and renew. Maybe something is about to be renewed, restored, mended. Maybe somebody is making amends. To allow forgiveness, to have empathy. That's what I was trying to say before with even the person that had the weird opinion here. You don't know what kind of day they had or what they were going through. Maybe it's trying to, you know, just allow somebody that space to be who they are. Offer forgiveness. It doesn't mean that they were right or you're condoning their actions, but you're choosing to release yourself. And in some cases, you are getting to have a conversation with someone where it's releasing you and someone else and giving yourself a brand new, fresh page to work on in the chapter that you are in. And let's go to the tarot. Let's do the tarot now. I have the Spiral Tarot today. I haven't pulled this one out in a while. So let's get some messages on the energy going on. What would be helpful for the collective to know right now on this wish getting granted? The hyena, the goose, the hedgehog. Mending a relationship or certain relationships in your life. Not questioning the path that you're on or coming to a conclusion or feeling more confident in the chapter you're in or where you are going, where you're heading towards. Having more compassion with yourself and others. Allowing people to be different. And remembering to take care of yourself and do something fun for you. Give yourself a break. Is the foundational message, please, and thank you. Oh, wow. Well, that would be the most amazing card to come through first in the tarot, in my opinion. We got the sun here. So, I mean, this isn't just a gift. This is total illumination. This is you finally feeling good in your skin, feeling like you are on the right page, feeling blessed in every little moment that you get to have, playing like a child. Having the clarity you were looking for. Having the clarity within yourself to ask yourself the right questions, ask someone else the right questions. Maybe they ask you the right questions. You have that amazing conversation. This is when you have so many opportunities before you. The sun is shining. You can't miss it. There's something coming through divinely orchestrated for you that you're not going to miss it. This is not an opportunity that's going to pass you by. It is meant for you. Maybe it's a cloudy day and it looked a little foggy one day. The sun's going to always come back out and illuminate what this is for you, what this opportunity should be in your life and provide for you. So there's a lot of angelic energy in this card. Maybe you connect to 19 or something on the 19th. Even a Leo energy, Aries. Even Sagittarius makes me think of all the fire signs. All right, let's get a little clarity for the clarity of the sun. What else would be helpful for the collective to know on this great illumination or this change in energy? I also feel like the sun is growth. It's masculine energy, but it's also like freedom. Might be a little bit of a pursuing energy too, knowing what you should put your energy towards. And in clarity on the sun, what is this about? Oh, you're having clarity about past heartbreaks or clarity about why you had to have some separation from something in the past or clarity on something that you could be going through now, but it's going to bring you a lot of healing energy and a lot of like, I don't know, it's like, this is such an unhappy card and this is a truly happy card. So it could be that you had some kind of heartbreak or something that did not feel good. It really, really tugged on your heartstrings. It's that energy that's just like, even if you go about your day and you look like you're happy and you're at work, that thing inside of you that your heart is just breaking is still there. Maybe that's what is healing. or it's having acceptance on something that you went through, and that's when true healing comes in. It could also be that something comes through to mend this situation that you were in with a specific person, or a dream that was lost, or something that made you feel, it's an emotional card, even though it's swords. So it's this emotional energy you feel in your heart, but it also overwhelms your mind. So it looks like that is going to be cleared up. Something is going to come through and make you feel better, whether that is a brand new opportunity that comes in your life that creates this beautiful warmth and refound hope, or you get clear on why you had to go through something, or all that you gained because of something you lost. Sometimes we have to have that distance, separation, and pain to have true gratitude for the beautiful things that we have. So 3 of Swords, let's get a little more depth on that. What is the 3 of Swords about, please and thank you? The King of Cups. Maybe you were connected to a King of Cups, or this is you, or this is what you need to embody. The King of Cups has been through heartache. He's not the king. Being able to tap into his beautiful emotional strength without having experiences all across the spectrum. Because if there's only one little kind of relationship they've ever had and nothing to compare it to, or no true storybook and yet reality experience in his or her life, then those lessons were never gained. And those true, because the King of Cups he's emotional, he's poetic, he's inspirational in kind of a creative way, but it's different than the King of Rods. It's a little more emotional. It's kind of like the King of Rods might be that rock star up there that gets you going and gets you excited. And this is the one that gets up there, sits at the end of the stage. We're just going to use this as an example if they were artists and a singer. This is the one that either plays the piano or sits on the end of the stage and sings a song that just gives you the goosies. And you're just oh. It doesn't have to be sad, but it's something that really gets you, makes you feel like you were in that moment. You feel what this person went through. So maybe there is a musician energy. Upside down, this is somebody who feels a lot. They are intuitive, even though it's a masculine energy, but they don't take the true responsibilities with those emotions or express them as they should, because they're so afraid of being hurt again, another time or the last time, or that it won't work, that they're not really opening up to who they truly are here, which is beautiful in every facet of who they are, whether they're overly emotional or a little too sensitive, or maybe very strong and don't ever need to cry, but are able to still be kind of sensitive to emotions of others. There's a confidence in the emotional factor of this king, but it could also be somebody is finally opening up their emotions again, or maybe for the first time ever. Sometimes it takes the right person to see the true reflection with who somebody is, to break down these hurtful walls of the past and really step into that energy of love, to trust that maybe after an ending there is a new beginning that does involve their heart taking flight. And maybe something is right. Maybe it's a relationship that comes in that is different from anything else they've ever experienced. And it's going to rewrite a whole new book in their life. Not a repeat on the last romance novel. Also, this king is able to dive deep. If they're upside down, they can be emotionally cold or emotionally overwhelming. It's just a lack of control somewhere, or too much control. But there's always with the too much control, it's bottling up something that they feel that is real. And with the over emotional situation, it's usually releasing it out there to the wrong person, place, or thing, when the inner catalyst of what is really happening emotionally is not pertaining to where it was let out. I hope that made sense. Let's get a little clarity on the King of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But it doesn't have to be, it's just an energy. So let's get a little more insight, please and thank you. Oh, and then we have this Devil. So it looks like maybe somebody was holding on a little too tight on their emotions. It could be an obsessive energy, obsessing on a relationship, obsessing on a person, or obsession on any type of person, place, thing, subject, substance in their life where it becomes overwhelming, exhausting, binds you in chains, and overwhelming, draining, no longer healthy. But it's also a very strong energy. And I see this card different ways. This energy is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because when it comes through, this King of Cups, or you, or someone else, is ready to face this Devil in the face and say, what? I'm not going to give you power any longer. It's facing anything, making changes needed, standing in your own power. So it could be that someone else is standing in their own power. This could also be somebody who is so obsessed with controlling and manipulating and orchestrating somebody else to get what they desire, that it's keeping somebody else in these chains. And maybe whoever is recognizing how these chains are being held on them is the person that needs to stand firm in their power and say, I have some boundaries now, and that's not going to be healthy for me anymore with this hedgehog. It could be anything. It could just be a mindset that you have, or something that you do every day that's a habit that just starts to kind of drain you or become unhealthy in a way where it is taking energy away from another place where that energy needs to be, that can be healthy, expansive, have growth, have healing, feel emotionally stable. So if this is coming through, somebody's ready to release these chains. Somebody has the strength to now face this Devil. It's the too much card, too much of something. Also, upside down, I see this kind of as, because it's a sassy Devil sometimes, it's not always a bad thing to tap into what allows you to let loose, to feel free. Because sometimes it's responsibilities. That those are good, right? Because you're doing all your responsibilities and you're following your schedule and you're being really restrictive on everything and you don't, allow yourself anything. Sometimes that is restricting, because we need to have flexibility and we need to have a variety of things in our life to bring that balance in. So sometimes this Devil comes through because somebody is being way too responsible, way too on the schedule, and they need to have a night out. They need to have a night with some sassy time with their honey. They're just kind of like let loose a little bit. This could be too much TV. It can be too much work. If it's too much work and you're having no fun, this comes through to allow you, like, hey, I think I'm overdoing that a little bit, and maybe I need a little bit of balance. It brings something back into balance, however it is, when there's an imbalance. So let's see how to bring something back into balance, how to release these chains, what chains are being broken, and what this is about. It's a Capricorn energy, but it's also a very strong energy. But it comes through also, if there's a certain situation, let's say, a romance. And let's say there are red flags in a situation where it looks like it would be a repeat of past patterns that you've already become clear and had illumination about how it was just a past cycle. It was a past part of you that you've learned and grown from. And something comes back in and it feels like it's sucking you back into that old chapter. This is you gaining the strength to say, nope, I'm not going to do that anymore. That chapter is done. There are beautiful new horizons and opportunities on their way for me if you go a different way. And it's having the willpower and the strength to stand tall with that decision. Let's get one more card. Please and thank you. And there's your new journey. I'll show you at the bottom too, and you have the Hermit and the Fool. Beautiful. So whatever happened with this illumination with the sun, or chance you had to take care of yourself, or someone had to take care of themselves to mend your own soul, perhaps come together, healing energy together, but this is you or someone else allowing yourself the space and time to be alone, to meditate, to really dive deep into your inner self, to reflect, to heal, to find illumination on what you didn't see before, why something happened, why you're going to do something a different way later, and you have that beautiful inner guidance system lit up and ready to go for when you leave the cave and you go about your new adventure. Let your light shine. And sometimes the Hermit has to be a wise teacher, and if somebody's relying to the point where it is smothering and obsessive on their light all the time to make them happy, to make them better, to get them through this, to do this for them, to do whatever, because you signed up for this, blah, 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 orchestrate, chains, where it's smothering, then this person has to be wise enough to turn that light off so someone else can either have some closure or learn through possibly them also feeling a little bit of heartache. But sometimes this little distance, this time apart, a separation, allow somebody the space to grow, to learn how to see something a different way, and to turn their own inner light on so they feel more self-reliant with whatever situation comes in the future. And that's a tough lesson for all of us. But whoever is ready to go internal here is having such deep inner reflection, but you can't stay here forever. You eventually have to learn to also share that beautiful light with not people that are using you, but people that feel guided by you because they're looking for their light switch, or they're inspired by your light. Therefore, their light shines brighter. And sometimes it's just through example, through you just being you. Sometimes it is a teacher. And whatever light is turned on is taking you to a brand new adventure. You're already on the right path. Maybe you're in between the chapters. Maybe you're already deep into that new chapter. Trust yourself along the way. Trust your instincts. With this, the goose, you will find the right vibrations, the right people, the right help from source, from the divine along the way if you need it, if you're doing something on your own. But there are many people in this world around us to help us. Pay attention to your reflection as you go. Don't be afraid to mess up. Take a leap of faith, but don't be a dumbass here as well. The Fool has to know that, when something doesn't feel right, that feels a little fishy over there, or you didn't quite bring the right equipment. If you go through that way in the woods and it's really long, you might not make it before it's, while it's still light and turns dark, you don't have the flashlight. It's trusting that you can adjust and maybe do it tomorrow and leave earlier, or bring the right equipment next time. And if you mess up, you mess up. Now I won't go in that boat again without my like I just see like the waterproof bag, because all my shit got really wet last time. I didn't even think about the water when I went swimming in that boat. I don't even know where that could, just as an example, it's learning from experience. Whether you mess up or you do it right the first time, this is something that's exciting. It could also be somebody really taking a leap of faith towards you, and it looks like you are getting this big angelic guidance. Somebody is not pushing you. It's not a push like the devil. Where's that devil? Where'd you go? It's not a push or a hold. I don't even know where it is. Maybe it has to be gone. That's good. It's gone. It's disappeared. It's a little nudge. It's a little whisper. It feels different. This feels like love. It's like a message of love. Like, no, you can do it. You can do it. You can handle it. This is meant for you. You are brilliant and shiny exactly where you are. All the facets of you Go ahead and take a chance on something that you know fills your heart. Even the thought about that first step fills your heart. Maybe it also terrifies you at the same time. But to not try something, to not step up to bat and always wonder, it puts you in the energy of regret. You're not going to regret taking a step and failing. You might regret not trying at all. And with that, I bid you adieu. Well, let's do one more. The universe has your back, and end with one more. What is one more message for the collective, please? And thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you all had a beautiful day, a beautiful evening. And I feel so blessed to be here with all of you. Thank you so much. Let's get one more message from the universe. Has your back. I don't even know if much music came through in this reading. But if anything comes through when I watch it back to make it sure uploaded, I'll put it in the description. And if you guys think of anything in the meantime, maybe you could add it to the comments, and I will, if I can get to it, try to put it in the list. The Fool in front of me here, I did think of What a Fool Believes. I know that's come through before, but that's a great song. And I don't know why, I just thought of Rusty Cage. Maybe because of the devil, maybe Rusty Cage. I don't even see that card here. Rusty Cage. I can't think of who sings that. I still don't know where that devil card went. Oh, here. Show you that again. All right, one more message to sum this reading up, please, and thank you. I recognize that, this is exactly a blending, like this actually blends everything that came through. I recognize I have chosen fear. It's okay to doubt. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to be in the place where you are. Where's that card? You feel terrified that your heart could be broken again, or that you can't be your true self, or that you don't know what's ahead on this new chapter, or that even though you've had so many experiences here, you don't really know where the next one will bring you, how it will make you feel. And it's okay, because you can always choose again, and you can choose love. With this, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much, and I will see you soon.